So if the internal combustion engine originated there in Germany, and obviously that technology dominated the 20th century, why do we see the origins of motorsports so heavy there in France? A few different reasons for this. First off, France had very well developed, very sophisticated highway and road network. Essentially, very wide roads that were also quite smooth. And so that made it more useful for individuals to have a vehicle because they could then go farther distance quite easily compared to other places. Further, in France, you had a lot of individual inventors, individual tinkerers, who then became entrepreneurs. And so over time, these individuals would come up with their own ideas. Some of them wouldn't work. Other ideas would work. And then, the guy down the street has his idea. Yep, you apply it to your idea, and then before you know it, you're going to have a better vehicle. So you have a lot of these individuals throughout much of France coming up with their own ideas, and this kind of shared technology over time. The automobile and motorsport really took off here. One way to clearly show this, in 1900, there were about 600 different car manufacturers in France. At that same time, in Western Europe and the United States combined, there were only 100. That really shows you how dominant the French were in the early automotive technologies. Further, in France, you had these groups in which they would want to kind of be exclusive. We still see these today, various exclusive groups, typically related to, we can think of like country clubs as being exclusive. Well, back then, what helped you to be exclusive was having a lot of money, which you could also then buy a vehicle, buy an automobile. And so over time, these automobile clubs started to form in which people that wanted to get exclusivity, but also that kind of that shared and understanding, that shared passion for automobiles would come together, and then maybe over time race here and there. So once you have various individuals racing, you need to have a little bit of regulation. That then becomes our very first sanctioning body. So the origins of sanctioning bodies in motorsport also can be tied to France. So that first ever sanctioning body has this long name, the Association Internationale des Automobiles Clubs Reconnus. Probably not doing a good job with that, but who cares? And this was the first ever sanctioning body of these automobile club races in 1904. Why is this important? This particular automobile club later would morph into, in 1947, the Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, which we know today as the world's governing body of motorsport, FIA. So we can also tie this into the Olympics. The Olympics, where is their headquarters? Their headquarters is in France, because in France is where we see the origins of these governing bodies to govern sport. So it's not just motorsport. We see this early dominance of the French.